Well, good morning. It's Andy from Time to Play. Greetings from Washington, Utah, which is a small community just north of St. George, Utah. If you follow our channel, you know that we retired from California and moved to Idaho for a year, which we really loved, but found that the winters were not conducive to outdoor activity, especially for us, we're not skiers. And then we relocated down here to southern Utah to take advantage of the weather as well as the trails. As you may know, this area is a mountain bike mecca for good reason. Many world famous trails that bring people and riders from all over the world, not to mention Zion National Park and other, area attractions. It's a gorgeous place to live. All that to say that I'm an avid mountain biker. I have been since 1990. And, in the last 20, 30 years, I've done a number of organized cycling events, primarily centuries, as well as a few mountain bike cross-country races. But I've always enjoyed creating a goal for myself in terms of organized events because it motivates me to train. And particularly during the winter when getting outside to ride is quite an undertaking. And on the other hand, the alternative is riding inside, which is torture. And so, historically, I have basically taken the winters off in terms of structured training. Well, I've decided to change things up a little bit and sign up for a mountain bike event next April. And that is called Moab Rocks. And Moab Rocks is a 3-day event, mountain bike event that takes place in Moab, Utah. And it covers several of the great and challenging technical chunky trails that Moab is known for. And so my goal with this really is twofold. One, to do it while I still can. I'm not getting any younger. Secondly, giving myself, again, that motivation to do structured training when I otherwise probably wouldn't. And third, because of the social aspect of it. One of my favorite biking events historically was doing centuries, 100-mile road bike rides, because of the social part of it. I would train with a group of buddies. We would all do the event on the same day. We'd hang out at the rest stops, and then we'd trade war stories afterwards over beer and pizza. And I really enjoyed that part. And so I have talked a friend of ours, Greg, into doing this with me. He is also an avid cyclist and has been for as long or longer than I have. He and his wife live in Salt Lake City, so they spend some time down here in southern Utah. But he's going to train on his own, I'm going to train on my own, and then occasionally we'll get together and do some training here when they're down here in the area. But I will have him for motivation and just for the camaraderie part of it, not only for training, but of course on the event weekend. So I thought it'd be interesting to kind of take you along for this and check in periodically and let you know how the training's going. Again, as a 64-year-old, training is going to be more difficult, and primarily the challenge with structured training is recovery. And that's always a struggle for me. Like, I don't want to miss a workout. I want to follow things to the letter, and I have to respect the fact that I'm at a point where I need to respect the recovery part of it. I'm going to be using an app called Training Peaks, which will lay out the structured training plan for me between now and the event. I really like that because I don't have to think about, what it is that I'm going to do. I just follow that program. And the program allows me to adjust based on travel schedules, based on, again, my energy, my recovery, what else I've got going on. I've been at it for a week now, and I'm really liking the app. And my week one experience was that it started out a week ago with an indoor ride on the trainer where I was setting heart rate zones as well as looking at power output in particular zones. The workout was tough, but it wasn't heartbreaking. But in the aftermath of that, it's taken me most of last week to recover. In fact, I still feel like I'm not fully recovered. But that's to be expected. Again, I haven't been doing structured training. I've been just going out and doing fun rides and playing pickleball and, of course, going to the gym. But I haven't been really training with a particular purpose in mind. Now that all changes. So if you're interested, I will again periodically do these updates and let you know how it's going. And if you have any questions about the event or about my training, anything like that, feel free to leave them in the comments. And I hope you'll go along on this ride with me and with Greg, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks.